This is coverage of Winter NAMM 2018. We are AGIProDJ.com.
Hey everybody, it's Ty from AGI Pro DJ here at NAMM 2018 in the private RANE suite. I'm here with Fred Jones from RANE. Fred, thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely, man. So we're going to take a exclusive and very comprehensive look at the RANE 12 and the RANE 72.
Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Fred from RANE, and today we're going to talk about the new RANE 12. Okay, so we're looking at the RANE 12, the first 12-inch motorized battle controller. So the purpose of the 12 is basically to eliminate all the hassle that you have with traditional turntables. How many times have you gone to a gig, you broke a needle, you get there, the turntables aren't working properly, bad RCAs, you forgot your records at home, you're at a venue that has a lot of bass and you're getting feedback, so you got to turn down the bass, and basically it affects your performance. So with the 12, we eliminate all of those hassles. So you'll automatically notice it's a very familiar layout. It's oriented in battle style. 12-inch platter. You have your start and stop, on and off. These are your 45 and 33 buttons right here. Up top is your needle search right here. So this is where you would navigate through your track. So the white indicators are basically, they show you the track progress. So when you get to the beginning, if you're at the beginning of the track versus when you're at the end of the track. It also serves as a hot cue selection. So if I wanted to enable my hot cues, I would just set my hot cues by pressing the, there's a little braille bumps in between each of the slots. And that's basically where you would set your hot cues. If you want to delete a hot cue, you simply hold down the button and then you can delete your hot cues. So the strip search serves two functions. Your primary function is your needle search and track position, and then your secondary is your hot cues. Down here is your deck select buttons. You can use up to 4 12s at once. Now the 12s are dependent on, it's an official Serato accessory. So the 12s do require you to have a device that unlocks Serato. So if you have a RANE 72, which is a 2-channel mixer, you can use 2 12s. If you have something like a Denon X1800 with the club kit or RANE MP 2015, then you can use 4 if you want. So you can use the 12s. The number one question we get asked about the 12s is, can I use the 12s with any other product or any brand besides RANE? Yes, you can. If you have a mixer or a Serato interface that unlocks the software, you can use the 12 with it. So we'll go over some of the features real quick. So your start stop is similar to your traditional turntable, and what we did with the power is we gave you the ability to wind down like a 1200. So if I kill this power right here, the platter is going to wind down. You're still going to retain control over your track, so you can do those cool effects and tricks as well. Okay, so with the start and stop button, when the track is playing, it's lit full green. The track is in the off state or not playing at all, it's dim green. Once the track gets to the end, you'll notice that it turned green. So I think when there's like 15 to 20 seconds left of the track, that'll turn red just to kind of get your attention. Like, hey, your track's going to end. Let's do something about it before you run out of music. So that's just a way we want to just try to alert you and make you aware of that. So you have your pitch fader right here, center detent, nice and smooth, very easy to move. You can also adjust your pitch range. You have 8, 16, or 50%. One of the most frequent questions we get asked is, can I change the vinyl? Can I use my custom vinyl? I have certain vinyl that I want to use. So, and the answer to that is yes. Okay, the vinyl is secured in place by a set screw. So what you would do is you use the included Allen key. You loosen up the set screw. You remove the vinyl. To remove the vinyl from the platter, you basically loosen up the set screw on the side of the spindle. Just turn that, loosen it up, and then the vinyl will pop off for you. The spindle is secured to the record by 3 screws. So if you want to customize your vinyl, you basically remove the 3 screws, you take off the spindle, and then you'll see where the 3 holes are, and you can use this as your template. So put this on top of the record you want to mount, mark where the 3 holes are, use a 6mm drill bit, drill the 3 holes into your vinyl, and then you attach the metal plate and the spindle. You put it back on and tighten up the set screw with the hex key, and you're good to go. Okay. On the back of the 12, you can also your torque is also adjustable. So on the low setting, it mirrors what a Technique 1200 would be, and then you can get a higher torque right there. The high torque is set 5 CFM. So it gives you the higher torque is more grippy, where the low torque gives you that more familiar of it's less resistance, and you don't have to fight it as much. So that's available as well. You can connect it to your device simply with a USB cable. The 12 does not have any audio; it is MIDI only. Now, the benefit to this is the MIDI time code in the platter of the 12 is actually more accurate than DVS because you don't get any of the distortion. No worn needles. The MIDI accurate the MIDI data is accurate. This is your power switch right here. That'll kill the power to the whole entire unit. So when that power switch is done, your unit is off. Your standard switching power supply with the IC cable right there.
The 12 has me giddy, and seeing the power down modes with software and still getting the line out of the turntable, so it's emulating a 1200. And I've got 5 sets of 1200s at the office and in between home, and I'm thinking I don't need to bring turntables anymore, right?
See, the main reason behind the 12 is, and this is basically of how we were like, let's do the 12. We was at a DJ battle in New York City a few years back, and one of the main problems they had is in between each DJ, there was like a half hour to 20 minutes. It was like of dead time, and the reason for that is like they were having problems with the tone arm, problems with the needle.
Switch the needle.
Just the switchovers and stuff. And you were like, wow, that's, bad RCAs on this one. You saw them swapping out turntables, licking the head shells, and just all that stuff. Right. So, there's got to be a better way where, we
just click, 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 and we're done.
We've been using turntables for so long, and I still love my tables, but let's get rid of those problems. Let's eliminate those hassles. So
we call them pain points. Right? We are eliminating pain points. There's no tone arm, there's no needle, so there's no consumables. So as a DJ, this is a fantastic investment because you get the heart and soul of a turntable, but you don't have that pain point. You don't have to buy needles, you don't have to switch needles, and you don't have to buy time code. If you want to buy time code, you'll buy time code that matches your setup or your mood or whatever.
Absolutely. And how many times you've been to a club and someone bump into your table in the middle of your set and your needle goes flying off the record? Excuse me. I'm sorry.
You can start over.
How many times have you been to the club and somebody bump into your set and your needle goes flying off the record, or you're DJing an outdoor gig and the wind just takes it and blows it off? So those happen.
Right, or you're the guy that's got the floor jumping and it's a nice old wooden floor and the dance floor and everything just starts hopping around. Those days are over.
Oh, absolutely. Them days are all over. Or if you're the big festival guy that's on a big stage and the bass is so loud, you got to turn down the bass because you're getting feedback. And it affects the way your set sounds. So this right here solves all those problems. You're not going to get any feedback. Don't have to worry about skipping records. You don't have to worry about any of that. You can go in confidence. And also too, the battle guys, they do all these body tricks. When you're doing your body tricks, the one thing you want to avoid is
you don't want to hit the tone arm.
You don't have a tone arm here, so you can go get creative as you.
You could just go ham on it.
Go crazy.
The other thing to note is, again, from my background in DJing, is the nice thing is you can use the 12 with anything. So if you have a 4-channel capable Serato DJ mixer, like my X1800, I can have 4 of these.
Yes.
And then, if I need to use a little sync cheat to sync up a couple of decks and play on a couple of other decks or, whatever I want to do, I've got that ability with this controller to have 4 turntables if I've got a 4-controller 4-deck mixer?
Yep, absolutely. So the rule of thumb is if the device will unlock Serato, so whether it's, we'll say, an SL4 box, Denon X1800, a RANE MP 2015, if you have the club kit.
Some of the other brands that we're not going to talk about.
Or a competitor. Yep. If the device unlocks Serato, the 12 will work with it.
Perfect. And then the other thing is you can travel real light also. You can go mixer and 112 because you have the ability to switch decks on the fly.
Yep, you do have the ability to switch decks. So if you're one of those guys that like to travel light with one turntable, or you only have one turntable.
You're like the Pro X case or the Scratch Suitcase, you can just put a 10-inch mixer and one turntable in it.
Yep. You can use one. So you got your deck select buttons here. So you can basically deck layer. So if you're on this side, you can then go to deck 2 and back to deck 1, or you can do what I do is pretty easy. If you're in a one deck scenario, you just keep one side on instant double, one side on internal, keep that going at all times, and you have that, and then you just instant double.
Nice.
You can mix this track, instant double over to the next deck, set up the next one, mix it in, instant double over to the next deck. So that's how a lot of guys are doing it when they do the one deck. Some people find the layering gets a little too confusing. So
that would be me.
And most DJs like to scratch or have the turntable available with their strong hand, their primary hand.
Absolutely.
I like them set like split. I like a little bit of both, but you put the deck on your strong hand, and then you just instant double over. So you can get away with one if you want.
Right on. I think we pretty much covered it. Fred, thanks so much for taking the time with us today. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So we're gonna be There you go. NAMM is the easiest way to get sick, right? There are hundreds of thousands of people here, and we all traveled on airplanes, right? So metal tube-based germ farm, and then we come into the convention center, which is another giant germ farm, and then it's people this close together. And I've been sick for 8 weeks, so right. Yeah, anyway, we're bringing it to you, and we're going to power through, and we're going to be sick for the next 2 weeks, but here we are. So the 72, the 12, RANE is back. It's 2018 going forward, and I am super stoked. Guys, make sure you check us out at agiprodj.com. We're a huge supporter of the RANE brand, always have been, and we could not be more thrilled to bring these products to you and whatever else RANE has in store for us going forward. Thanks for checking us out on the web, agiprodj.com. Fred Jones from RANE, thanks, man, and thanks for watching.